Well, greetings. Good day, everyone. We are here at the Hollywood Forever Cemetery in Hollywood, California. I am standing right outside the pavilion of Judy Garland, one of the greatest actors of the early to mid 20th century. There seems to be a service or a function going on inside right in front of Judy's grave, so I'm going to do most of the narration out here so I don't disturb them. Judy began her career at the age of 2. She was performing with her older sisters. Her real name was Frances Ethel Gumm, so she was known as Frances Gumm for part of her life. She was born June 10th, 1922 in Grand Rapids, Minnesota. She, as I said, started her stage career at the age of 2 with her sisters. They would do dancing and singing routines, which tended to draw crowds over there in their hometown. But their mother, Ethel Gumm, wanted them to hit the big time. Now, Judy in particular was a very, I would say, a precocious child as far as talent in singing. She had a booming voice. If you've ever listened to her, I will put one or two YouTube videos in the description below. You can listen to her yourself. I think most of you, even young people, are familiar with Judy. But her mother was on the move. They moved eventually to Lancaster, California, and then she started taking bit parts in the 30s. She took small parts in Thoroughbreds Don't Cry, 1937, Broadway Melody of 1938. So she was very adept at the stage and in film. Of course, she hit her starring role in The Wizard of Oz in 1939, which made her a household name. There's a big problem, though. Her parents weren't really raising her except to be an actress. Her mother was, think of your typical stage mother, how controlling she is. Well, Judy's mother, Ethel, was like 10 times that. Judy was given amphetamines to stay awake, especially during filming. Once she signed on to MGM, she was given amphetamines and basically expected to work 18 plus hours days, 18 plus hours on the set. She was given barbiturates to take at night, and she was basically raised like this. So she was a lifelong drug addict. See that now. The problem too was once Louis B. Mayer got a hold of Judy Garland, and they basically controlled her. I mean, you're talking about modern slavery. Slavery was outlawed in 1865, but Hollywood studios were very strong at it, and they would give their actors amphetamines to keep them going, stimulants, and barbiturates at night so that they could sleep. They had studio doctors on staff in order to do this. So today, of course, that's child abuse. But back then, they could get away with it. They wanted to keep her weight under control, too. So there were many days where for dinner, she was given a bowl of chicken soup and black coffee, or actually as a regular meal. When other people of the cast and crew were eating regular meals, Judy was forced to eat less. I'll tell you, it really messed her up. Not only was her mother detached and just a very domineering and controlling lady, her father was bisexual, and he was more interested in young boys than he was in his own family, from the articles I've read. So Judy, I mean, look at how she was raised. She was married 5 times, and her third husband said that she tried several times, like 20 or 30 times, to commit suicide. She would slice her wrists. She made cut marks on her throat. One of Judy's assistants claimed that Judy once came at her with a knife. She was very lucky that she lived to tell about it. Twice she was hospitalized for having a manic episode. She probably was bipolar. The old timers would call it a nervous breakdown. That's not really accurate. But she had an episode. She was bipolar. She was either manic or extremely depressive. So yes, she was capable of this. But the show must go on. Now, at 47 years of age, she died of a drug overdose. It's just a lifelong habit of drugs. She died $40 million in debt. She didn't even have enough money to pay for the funeral. The family didn't. So her daughter, Liza Minnelli, and others had to work to pay off her debts. Judy and her staff were very, very poor handlers of money. My understanding is Frank Sinatra paid for the funeral. And when she died, she had like $40,000 in her name, despite earning millions over the years. Okay, it's very sad, but this is what price fame, I say. Let's go take a walk to her grave. I don't want to disturb those lovely people in there, but let me just show you briefly a close-up of her stone. She was originally buried in Fernwood Cemetery in Hartsdale, New York, and in 2017, her daughter Liza Minnelli and the other family members had her moved over here. So she's only been here about 8 years. So let's take a walk to her grave. Excuse me, folks. Just wanted to get a close-up of Miss Judy Garland. And here she is. So this is not untypical of Hollywood, even today. I don't think they use and abuse children like they used to. Judy Garland was certainly an abused child. But okay, so that's it.